Drizzy, this shit like the Super Bowl. Man, this shit done it big as the what? Big as the what? Big as the Super Bowl, but the difference is it's just two guys playing shit that they did in the studio. Niggas usually send their verses back to me and they be terrible.
So we're back, another episode. We have a very busy day today. We're actually going to be on the road for probably around 9 hours. I'm going to try and get it done in a round trip, providing the traffic holds up. But first, we're heading to see Mike. Mike's flown in from Dubai. He's been out there running EP Real Estate for the past 2.5 to 3 months, mainly streamlining operations and getting the company ready, getting us ready to take the company to the next level. So he's actually back in the UK, meeting some of our UK partners and also arranging an event for some of our UK investors. So I'm going to try and get one or two of those meetings with him later on today. If you're new to the channel, we acquired EP Real Estate, which is a Dubai real estate sales agency, around 18 months ago, maybe a little bit longer. So yeah, we'll catch up with Mike. Then we're going to head over and see Mitch and go and see one of our projects that we've just started actually. Mitch is running Iconic Stairs, which is a company that we acquired with Mitch around 12 months ago. And it's been a pleasure really working with the previous business owner. Very smooth transition. He's got involved where needed, and also Mitch has done an incredible job. EBITDA's up 75% in the first year post handover. So we'll speak to Mitch a little more later on. He can give you some insights from a more technical perspective of the company. And again, if you're new to the channel, Iconic Stairs is a company that does luxury concrete stairs and some other bits too. We've done some huge projects. We've done a project in the Belfast Opera House, King's College, and also for some quite high profile private clients as well. So, busy day. And what's the monthly working capital?
Well, he said the annual was 320 outgoings complete for the whole year.
Okay, so he wants to take just over 2 million out in cash, plus 3.5 times the EBITDA, plus an extra million on top.
Yeah.
And he needs 2 million to close.
He kept saying around a 60% first day payout figure, but then I says, well, it may be there, it may be 50%, it might be 45%, I can't guarantee that. I says, but we can organise a first day payout.
Okay. So, slight change of plan. One of Mike's meetings has run over, so I'm going to go straight to Mitch first, see the site, take a look at the project, and then from there I'm going to catch up with Mike after. But I'm going to call James, who pretty much front runs all acquisitions in the construction space for us. I'm just going to catch up with him, make use of some time while we're in the car.
Because that would be easier, wouldn't it? We can get a call with him rather than like the emails back, and it takes weeks, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
And just iron it all out.
Yeah. Yeah. You all set for the golf day?
Certainly am, mate. I need to get down the driving range and get some balls, I think.
Yeah.
but yeah, I need to get down the range actually. My brother's playing today, funny enough, but I could make it.
We're here on site at one of our projects in, what's the area?
Kent, Sean,
Kent.
North Kent.
North Kent, here with Mitch. Mitch, tell us a little bit about what Iconic does and some of the projects that we're working on at the moment.
Yeah, so we specialise in concrete stairs mainly. We do steel and stone, but probably 90% of our work is in situ concrete. So we're here on site today. We're doing 2 flights of stairs, straight flight, half landing, then dog legs back straight up with an upstand in the middle. We'll also be doing the handrails and the cladding of the stairs, which in this case is timber. So yeah, we work across the country. We've got sites at the moment in Poulton-le-Fylde, Warrington, Birmingham, and then yeah, plenty of other quotes that are out at the moment.
What's the plans pipeline for us for the next, say, 12 months or so?
Well, short term, we're actually in Grand Designs next month, so we're doing a lot of planning with that. Just bringing some samples, showing people what sort of work that we do. It was really successful last year, and funny enough, the project from Poulton-le-Fylde, they actually met us in Grand Designs last year. Long term is just doing more projects, getting our name out there. The previous owner didn't do a lot of advertisement. He was based in Northern Ireland as well, so it's a bit harder now. So we're really pushing the advertisement, and it's kind of showing with the amount of quotes that we're now getting asked to do. At the moment we've got quotes in Swansea, Ascot, Cambridge, Kent again, and a couple up north as well. So yeah, there's plenty going on, and yeah, it's looking positive. So it runs around here, so basically after we build it, that's going to have to be knocked out. So when you look down, you'll look down the middle and you'll see the upstand all the way around. That's probably the most complex. And the concrete, there's a few bows and whatnot, so it's made it a little bit more difficult. But apart from that, it's relatively simple. It's basically just straight, half landing straight twice, and it just follows us all the way up. So yeah, that's pretty it. And then the upstand on this floor will run straight into that, and then that's where the handrail goes. So it just finish there, and then yeah, we'll handrail all around that as well. So it'll be a void looking down into the ground floor, the entrance. As you can see, I'm on site in Kent, beautiful house behind me. We're currently doing 2 flights of stairs. We started this week. It's going to be a really nice finish, oak treads, oak risers, and then a nice spindle and timber handrail. So at the moment, yeah, I'm just here overseeing the guys. We're currently building the formwork as we speak. We'll then pour first flight next week, and then the week after that we'll be pouring the second one. And then we'll probably come in January next year to fit the treads and the risers, and then we'll finish off with the handrails.
So the project's looking good, and now I'm coming to pick Mike up, and we're going to head into Knightsbridge together, and we're going to take this meeting with the Bvlgari Hotel together about the EP event at the end of October.
Just going up to Knightsbridge for this event for EP Real Estate.
Oh, nice, mate. Just a quick one, because you obviously asked me about you sent me the message about the
So just finished up in the Bvlgari Hotel, met the events manager, Hannah. So it looks like we're all set for the 23rd of October. So if you are interested in looking at Dubai as a potential investment, then feel free to drop us a message. It's going to be a great event, loads of food and drinks, loads of networking, loads of good people in the room, and also we'll show you some of the things that we're working on over in Dubai. So we're making 2 stops today. Firstly, we're going to see Reese from Enterprise Automations. In my opinion, they're the best in the business. They've worked with some of the largest institutions in the world, whether it's building out software or adding additional layers of security. So a few weeks ago, I had an idea for a piece of software that I believe would completely, if we get it right, streamline the M&A process, mainly for Main Street. So I went and sat down, had a coffee with Reese, threw some ideas around, and over the past few weeks, him and his team have been building it out. So we'll go and see how they're going on. And then on the way back, we'll pop and see, we'll visit the Harlow site, see how people are getting on there too.
There he is. How you doing, you alright? You said you didn't know we was filming.
Yeah, I did. Mention it.
This is a question probably on you building a business in the space as well as just people in the space in general. How hard is it to find talent, and then how hard is it to retain talent in this industry? Just because people are kind of like, they're freelancers themselves, aren't they? They can pretty much do it. So how hard has that been for you?
The hardest thing we've done. So I'd probably say, without working it out, we're 90% in-house trained. So we don't hire from the market typically anymore. We have done for senior roles and things over the years, but typically what we do is we run every 3 to 6 months a training academy. So there's 4 out there now that you would have seen on the way in. We run a training academy of between 4 to 6 people, depending on the quality of candidates we find. When I say we hire people from nothing, I mean it. So, for example, Stuart, who let you in before you came to work here, was stacking shelves at Morrison's.
Wow.
Andrew was at the back, you've met before, was working in a vape shop before he came here, absolutely no experience. That's not to say we don't have people with computer science degrees, but what we're saying is we look for attitude and aptitude. Hiring in the market is, well, there's a number of issues. One, the market is overinflated, the prices are huge, but it's not just the prices are huge, it's that the prices are huge for a lack of talent. Our industry is so vague in what you can say. For example, what's a DevOps engineer, what's a developer, what's a senior developer. Everyone's got their own views on what that is. And you know, as in with all industries as well, you get, you know, the blagging. When you go for an interview, who goes into an interview and tells the truth? Who writes their CV and tells the truth? So we hit that issue all the time. So yeah, I mean, training works really well for us. We don't charge for training, for example, but we're quite unique in our industry actually. We don't charge for our training, we don't hold people in, we don't tie people in on 6 months, you know, you have to stay this long, which goes on to the retention really. So the approach we've taken is, it's very cliche, the family sort of unit. We're not a family, I know, everyone goes home and does their own thing, but we treat our people very well, we look after them, and we make sure that everything that happens is in the sort of community spirit, if you like. For example, the office, when it came to getting decorated, how do people want it? You know, what do people want in the office? Do we want a coffee machine? Do we want this?
Pianos, guitars.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I'd love to work here.
Honestly, it's driving sim, things like that. I mean, what typically happens is they'll be there for 3 months and they won't get touched.
Yeah.
But it allows people to feel involved in their workplace. It's not, I'm not going to work for my boss, I'm going to the place where I get shit done.
Yeah.
But I'm also happy with what I do, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, we've got hoverboards and we've got all the shit.
Yes.
and they love it. And
Yeah.
Do you know what? Most people think, oh, you know, that really affect productivity. It doesn't.
AI, like, mad buzzword at the moment. A lot of people's fears are it's going to remove, you know, jobs and different things. Also create jobs, but being in tech yourself, what's your thought process behind the narrative on AI?
So I think AI is massively progressing. Obviously, we're massively involved in AI. We do a lot of the tensor retraining, deep learning stuff. I think it's the same as every other industrial revolution. Things are going to change. Get on the bus or get under it. I think the jobs that AI will eventually replace are jobs that we shouldn't be doing anyway. There's a lot of things. People need to focus on the creativity, the innovation, that sort of thing. They're the things that AI will never replace. It can give ideas, but it can only give ideas based on what it knows. So if it hasn't been done before, it can't do it. As much as it'll try, and don't get me wrong, it'll get better over time, and they'll understand slightly better how to create new ways of thinking. I mean, but that's the time when we get to Terminator style, right? That's the worrying bit. But no, I mean, AI is great, and it's massively improved over the last 6 months. We use it heavily in software development now. There's a lot of tasks that, like when we're setting up a new application for somebody, all the data routes on the back end, all that sort of stuff. Now we can pretty much infer from a data model. So it gives us that startup time has gone from 3-4 weeks down to a day. So it, you know, massively reduces our times in doing things like that. I guess the most worrying thing for me around AI is how censored it is. So it's probably the opposite of most people's fears actually, is it's very the same as media. you're either left leaning, you're either right leaning, that sort of thing. And it depends who owns the AI and provides the ultimate system prompts, whichever break out of it. But I think that the real risk of AI is that it will become something that people just blindly believe. And the problem with that is it's trained by someone, which then gives a sort of overlord style of you're now being polluted by a different method. So whereas over the years it's been media, depends if you read the Times or the Guardian, that sort of stuff, it becomes then an echo chamber. And I think it won't be long before there's a bit of a battle of the AIs where you end up with a Google DuckDuckGo situation, things like that.
Yeah, so it's basically whoever's feeding the beast, because I suppose it has to learn from somewhere. So it depends on where those learnings are coming from.
Yeah, it's feeding the beast, but it's also the lean that they put on it. So a lot of the AIs now have pretty much unilateral access to everything. The issue is, I'm sure you've played it yourself, where you provide system prompts, you are in a system that, if you make that exclusive enough to say, you're against this, you're against that, you're against this, well, where's the freedom of thought? And as people, we need freedom of thought.
Yeah.
Whether it's right or wrong, that's a social construct, but we need freedom of thought. And where AI comes into it, then, like I say, everyone's got AI on a bit of a pedestal, and it's great. But I think it'll get to the point where AI will be the de facto, and everyone will be like, oh no, AI said that. Sort of like the Google now.
Yeah.
I've Googled it now, you're wrong.
So now we're going to go to the Harlow site. We're going to see Sam because Andrew's off on holiday, which is a bit weird because Andrew doesn't take holidays, he comes on his days off as well. He loves the site so much. But yeah, we're going to go and see Sam, see how he's getting on today. And the sun's come out as well, so no umbrellas today. So we're at the Harlow site. Now a bit of history on this site. We've recently moved to this site around 4 or 5 months ago, actually maybe a bit longer now. We was at a previous site which is around the corner called 79 Motors. We acquired that site around 12 months ago. We was actively looking for somewhere bigger, mainly to funnel in part exchanges from one of our other sites. So this site came up and we was neck and neck battling out with one of the main dealers. We were very close by that wanted to take this piece of real estate away from us. This is a very busy site in Newport on one of the main roundabouts. A lot of traffic and a lot of footfall here as well with the retail part there. So yeah, we need to make sure that this site was ours, and the landlord chose us over the main dealer, which was good. I'll put some photos up on the screen of what the site looked like before we took over, and also what the previous site looked like as well. But the one misconception about this industry is a lot of dealerships are operating at a sub 5% net margin. So if you don't continuously innovate and streamline processes, then of course it's quite easy then to see those margins getting squeezed. So for us is making sure that we are continuously innovating our systems, our processes, making the sites operate more efficiently, make sure those margins are good. But this is where it's funny when people come onto the site, they talk to some of the sales guys and they're saying, I'll knock $1,000 off or knock $2,000 off the car for me. That's just not how it works. I don't know, unless you're Harry Wormwood off Matilda, but in the real world, that's just not how it works. The margins aren't as big as people think. That's why you do have to continuously be efficient and make sure you are innovating. What's the difference for you transitioning from cold sales, which is pretty much door-to-door stuff, what you were doing very similar, to grabbing people off the street, to this?
I think mainly with this, it's just more of it feels like more of a professional background, and it seems like you can actually spend a bit more quality time with the customer. For example, doing cold sales, I'll be bringing the customer will be here walking through our sub, you stopping him, hiya sir, getting them in, and you're literally only having a 5 to 10 minute conversation with them. I feel with this, you can actually find out their needs. So I can actually, like with that customer today, I've managed to have yesterday I had a 10-minute phone call with him, managed to find out what he's looking for and delved into a bit of information for him. So it's just, like I said, a bit more professional. Yeah. So I like that feel of it.
We're going to work on an ad strategy with Sam. Sam has been here, what, a month and a half?
Yeah, roughly.
All the other people that's worked here, no one's wanted to get in front of the camera. Sam's the first one. And of course, the people that see him on the ads are going to come to him to buy a car. So obviously it makes sense to. But the plan is to get Sam to record some selfie style ads, and then we'll geofence this area where the site is, plus around 25 miles radius most likely. And then hopefully that generates enough attention that people get to see the stock. They come down and then they already know who Sam is. So they've already started building the rapport before they even walk through the door. And then Sam takes it from there, which he's very good at. And yeah, hopefully it's effective.
People all around, you got to recognize and witness.
So just arrived in London, another long day of travelling, loads of calls in the car today. But oh well, we're here. This evening, firstly we have a 5D mastermind session. We have 2 special guests coming on, talking to the group how they can position themselves in the best possible manner to lenders and how they can fund bigger deals. So very valuable for the group, very interesting. And then we're going to head over to Rolls-Royce Mayfair to meet up with Sanjay and Malkit of Savoy's Club. They're hosting one of their private members events, so really looking forward to it. Insane venue. And then we're going to get back, get as much sleep as possible, wake up early, and then head down to Bristol to meet up with Jack and Lewis to visit the business that we acquired 2 weeks ago. I did go down last week, met up with the management team, did a few one-to-ones as well, shared the vision and some of the things that we're going to be integrating throughout the transition period. So going to head down to there in the morning and see how the transition's going, meet up with Jack and Lewis. So yeah, another exciting day tomorrow. And then next week, no, the end of next week, we're heading out to the US. A very busy schedule out there, so I will be documenting all of that as well.
People all around, you got to recognize and witness. People all around, you got to recognize.
So just got to Bristol. Travelling weren't that bad today, traffic was okay. We're going to go and meet Lewis and then we're going to go see the team. How's it going? Are you good?
Yeah,
good?
good.
Yeah.
Good street,
Lovely, very nice.
Nice area for the show.
Rugby this weekend.
Yeah, rugby tomorrow, yeah, third lease.
So just arrived in Bristol at a business that we acquired about 2 weeks ago now. Lewis has been working very closely with the management team. Transition's going smooth. How do you think it's going?
Yeah, I think it's going well, just getting to know the staff now and knowing their strengths and development points and working closely with them moving forward, so yeah, really excited.
Definitely a strong team. I think the feedback's been really good from them. They've got a really good dynamic culture in there, so yeah, it's going to be good to see, they're definitely on board with the vision. So yeah, integrating bits and bobs here and there, and seems to be going smooth at the moment.
Yeah. Hi guys, so this is Simone. He's been at Bonamini for nearly 3 years. He's a master stylist, and I think Simone's going to take us through a bit of what he does and who he is.
Hi guys, yeah, we're in Clifton today, Bristol, in Bonamini Salon. It's a really busy day and quite rainy outside. I've been a stylist here for 3 years, and I specialize in gentleman cuts and timeless classics, colors, funky colors, anything really. I'm gonna give you a tour of the shop today. Okay, if you want to follow me.
Awesome.
Right, so this is the washing area. It's where we wash your color off and you have a chance to relax for 5 minutes. We pick the right color, we put it on, we just have a lovely shot with you and we just decide what to do really, just before we can cut your hair or just style them. So this is where the magic happens. Those are all our colors. We have a few hundred more on the site. There's a lot of creative choice that comes here. We decide your color. We use this software that helps us minimize the waste and make it more sustainable for you. We save the formula automatically and digitally under your name so that we assure consistency for your color. You can get literally the same one every single appointment. Yeah, that's it. Right, this is my favorite room. It's a secondary seating area we have. I love it because it's a bit more quiet, so if you want to get some work done, or like reading a book, anything really, crocheting, you can do that. It's a bit more quiet, there's less people working on this floor. So yeah, it's just ideal for people that are not noise lovers, I guess. Right, so this is the reception. That's where we answer your phone calls and your emails. You're always free to just reach out, even if you just need advices about your hair. You know, you can speak with your favorite stylist, and Elena is gonna answer most of the enquiries. Yeah, that's it. Right, so these are my colleagues. There's Tilda, there's Lauren, and Betsy. They're working very hard today, doing amazing colors.
So this is Tara. Tara's in charge of the content and pushing the marketing for Bonamini. So Tara, give a quick introduction of yourself.
Yeah, of course. So I've been working at Bonamini for quite a few years now, since 2022. I first started as a receptionist when I was in school, did my first year of uni, and now I've come back and I'm now in charge of the social media. So here at Bonamini, we do a lot of like quite casual and personal videos, trying to get the personality out to our clients. I can show you a bit on my phone. Just grab something up. But yeah, it's a really great environment here, and I really enjoy the job a lot. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Lewis, Jack and Dee. They've really been able to push me and help me.
So that's a wrap, guys, of your day in the life at Bonamini. If you want an appointment, make sure to book online.
So it's good to see Lewis yesterday, see all the things that him and Jack have been doing with the management team and the team in general. On the way back, I did pop in the Harlow side, had a few issues, but it was all fun and games. And today, back on the M4, on the way to London to go and see the Man United and Crystal Palace game. This is actually the second year that we've been a partner at Crystal Palace with our EP real estate company, which we do try and get to as many games as possible, but this is one that I definitely don't want to miss, you know, being a Man United fan. And last night, after I got back, we had a very quick management meeting with the EP team to talk about some of the things that need changing. We recently broke 9 figures in sales, which is a huge achievement, but there's a lot of things that still need tweaking for us to keep going in the direction that we want to go in. So that was really good. But yeah, this is probably going to bring us towards the end of this episode of All Access. So I enjoy the game, and I'll see you next time.
I know it's really loud. What a way to end this week. It's a bit weird being in Crystal Palace hospitality as a Man United fan.